Alright guys, so I want to take a minute today to talk about the shooting in Virginia. Now I know there's a lot of conversations going on about the shooting in Virginia. Everything from where did he get the gun, to background checks, to people talking about how they couldn't see him when he was that close, to people talking about how this is just a false flag and it was a white guy wearing a different shirt who did the shooting, and everybody's getting upset over nothing, and it was planned by the government and people who are anti-gun. I don't want to talk about any of that, because regardless of all of that, this is a situation that is going to be used by people who are already anti-gun, by politicians, by activist groups, to try and further restrict our gun rights. And that's what I want to focus on here. Because I think that this shooting is, if not the most important, one of the top two most important shootings that have taken place as it relates to our rights to keep and bear arms being under attack, and more restrictive gun control coming down the pipe. And I'll tell you why. True, Sandy Hook was much worse. It was children, and it was a lot more than just two children. But you have to understand that this is the first time that, out of all the shootings that have taken place, and this was two people, this is the type of thing that has happened before, and it happens off and on, and most of the time the media gives it a quick story, but within 24 to 48 hours people forget about it. But this time they got to see this on live TV. And not only see it on live TV, they got to see it from the killer's perspective as well. Now this is something that nobody ever expected to see. This is not the kind of thing you expect is going to just happen. If you play video games or watch movies, yeah, but you know that's not real. This was real. And this has an incredible shock to it. And that shock has a lot of value to people who are anti-gunners. All right? This video, I've watched it. And when you see it and you hear her scream, this evokes a very visceral reaction to what you're seeing, realizing how real it is and what's going on, and how this guy is psycho and recording it while he's doing it. That has a lot of value to people who are anti-gunners. They're going to use this. They're going to use the reaction to this, the overall general public reaction, who aren't pro-gun, aren't anti-gun, and they're going to use that reaction to push things their direction. And that's very, very dangerous for people who, first of all, care about their gun rights, and second of all, understand that gun control is about the control, not about the guns. That background checks, waiting periods, and everything else they talk about would have not at all affected this situation or this outcome. So we have to be on guard. Not only that, we have to be willing to be loud when we are on guard, to be there to slap down the ridiculous arguments that the anti-gunners are going to put out on us. Because right now, with this video being out there, with public sentiment being what it is, with people like Andy Parker running around and talking to anybody who will put a camera in his face, right or wrong, we have to understand that in the end, they are going to try to get everybody to blame the gun.